Our first speaker is going to join us virtually, and his name is Mr. Kevin Jia. As you can see, he is the Technical Director, Zhejiang Guanghua Technology Company Limited, Khua Polyester, China. So he's going to join us virtually. Mr. Kevin has more than 20 years of experience in powder coating, polyester resin synthesis and application. He was heading regional lab in China with DSM Polyester. Presently, he's working with Khua Polyester as Chief Technical Officer of Zhejiang Guanghua Technology Company Limited. He has a rich experience on polyester resin design and processing for powder coating application. He also has a vast experience in silicon-modified polyester, low-cure polyester system, alloy wheel system, PU system, and super durable system, etc. So our coordinator for this session is Mr. Siva Annamalai, and Mr. Kevin Jia is going to join us via Zoom on this virtual platform today. So let's put our hands together for the first session, first technical session of the powder coating conclave.
First of all, thank you so much for having this opportunity to share the development of our company and our product. The first slide is a brief of our companies. We built the powder coating polyester resin industry in 2006, and after 16 years, we now are the second largest polyester resin supplier in China, and the fourth one worldwide. Currently, our capacity is 220 kilotons. We have two sites. The new site will be on stream next month, and currently we are using the I think the biggest reactors, polyester reactors here is 45 cubic meter reactors. This picture are just bring you an image of how our company is. Next one is the main topic of today's discussion. The first part is about our product, about the OH functional product. The second one is something about the partners and the application tricks. Now we went to the slide of Guanghua hydroxyl functional polyester resin. Currently, we supplied to the market is this 10 different codes. The OH number from very low to from 30 to 300.
Just a minute, I'll just share what he's talking about. This is the slide he's talking about. Go ahead.
First one is GH6601. It's a medium hydroxyl functional polyester resin, and it has very good solvent and chemical resistance. So normally it was the white board. It performs very good anti-gravity properties. Second one is GH6602. It's a resin especially designed for the wrinkle finish. And you can notice here the TG of the resin is relatively high, 67 degrees centigrade. That's because you use the harness and the catalyst is liquid. So it will drop your TG of powder coating dramatically. So here you need a high TG polyester resin. And you can just adjust the formulation of the catalyst to have the different views of the structures. This one is for the one-shot matte of the above two product. You can also use these two product to make matte finish. Here you need some matting agent like the DT3329 and the special fillers, aluminum hydroxide. You can have the gloss level lower to 16 degrees. It's just the starting formulation here. And the next one is the GH6603. It's a medium hydroxy functional resins. It's for the general purpose and also have quite good durability here. Normally, you can use this for the high gloss finish for the for the heat transfer wood heat transfer applications. This is for the high gloss finish for the 6602 and the 603. This is just the starting formulation here, and the blue part is the film properties, like the film thickness. You can notice here it's marked with the orange is the TG of the powders. So for 6602, the powder TG is relatively high, so it will have very good storage stability, especially in warm area like India.
Kevin, I just add one point here. See what Kevin says.
Yeah.
What Kevin tried to say is, when you want to formulate PU powder formulations for India, the key point is lumping tendency. Okay, powder easy to lump whenever you try to make PU powder. So for Indian climate, the PU resin should be customized. It should be tailor-made. So that's why he is just comparing two formulations. One is with 6602 and another one is 6603. The once you made in both formula, you get good mechanical, good gloss, good DOI. But if you look at the TG of the product, first one gives 58.3, which is more stable for Indian climate. The second one is a standard 80-20 formulation. The TG is 50. It is easy to lump. So he tries to say whatever you want to develop, you understand your end user requirement, you understand your process requirement, then accordingly choose the resin. Because each resin has pros and cons. So his point is, there is a formulations, the mechanical property, everything looks good, including impact. If you see the pill flow is very good for 6602. So the most important point is the glass transition temperature, so that your PU powder does not get lumped. So this is a point he wants to make. Go ahead, Kevin. Kevin.
So, Siva, I will continue for this.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let me. This one is super durable grade 6604. You can use this resin single use, or you can mix it with FEVE for hyper durable. So further improve the durability of the powder coating. It can also reach the very good outdoor durability. And it has a very good compatibility with FEVE resins. So you can mix these two resins and cure with the B1530. Next one is 6605. It's a high OH number resin. The OH number is more than 200. So here you can use for some application need a very good chemical resistance and a very good solvent resistance. And the flow is also very good, and the film thickness is really, really high. Next one is similar to the further one. The only difference is 6605 is standard durability, and this 6606 is super durable grade. So you can also combine with 6604 for one-shot matte finish. It's also workable here. And the 6606 6607 is the highest OH value resin we produced currently. It can be used together with next one, 6609, for PU one-shot matte finish. This is a starting formulation here. You can use different ratio of 6607 or 6609 to reach the gloss level lower to 4 degrees at 60 angles. And the film is very smooth, and the quality is really the high quality appearance here.
Kevin,
For our resin, you can use less high acid value, high OH value resins. That means you can use less 6607 mixed with more 6609 to reach equally level compared to the competitors. I will show the slide, next slide here.
Kevin, just I add
This,
one point. I add one point. See,
yeah,
you can develop matte finish in PU, absolutely not a problem, you can choose. But it is a challenge to develop a clear matte finish in PU formulations. Only you need to import. Okay, nobody is producing in India, or nobody is so far capable of developing a PU clear matte that is used in automotive with high performance. Okay, many attempts were made, it's failed. So the point is, you try by yourself. You cannot make PU matte with a gloss of 10, 12, 15, PU clear matte. So this is we customized for these automotive segments where you can develop PU clear matte. So that is the most important point. But second most important point, the curing agent, what you choose, that's what Kevin mentioned. The curing agent is also equally important. You cannot go with a regular 1530 because that's a ECAP blocked IPDA, whereas this is a internally blocked IPDA. So that's why Kevin has rich experience in powder formulation as well. So these formulations basically, meet your demand of getting a clear matte. Go ahead, Kevin.
okay. So this is just a small summary about the one-shot matte 6607 and 6609. You can reach quite a low gloss level with compared to the other systems. You can get a very fine and smooth finish, also a very high film hardness. So this the overall performance is you can see compared to the competitions. Our system will in two parts will be better. You mean the raw material cost, which means you use less hardness and less high OH value resins, so you can have some saving here. And for the gloss level, we can achieve even lower gloss level here. These two other photos of the one-shot matte PU panels. You can see the surface is really smooth, and the bending properties all.
Please
So
go ahead.
the next product will be 6608. It's also designed for the wrinkle finish or the wood finish applications. The difference compared to 6602 is only the TG is a little bit 2 degrees lower. So some customers need different structures of the wrinkles. So we developed two grades here. And the next one is 6609. I already introduced is combined with 6607 for one-shot matte finish. But the TG of this resin is a little bit lower, so you need to pay attention to the storage and stabilities here, especially in the warm area. The last product will be the 6610. It's you can see the OH value is even lower compared to 6602. That's because we want to use less hardness and less catalyst, which means the powder of this wrinkle finish powder, you have the better storage stability compared to 6602. Just a short conclusion for the polyester resin. For the high OH value one, you mainly will have the advantage like the solvent resistant, chemical resistant, and film hardness. But the things will bring you also like the film will be a little bit brittle. The storage stability will be a challenge, and the cost will be a little bit high. And for the low OH value resin, it's just the way around. The only part different here maybe is the durability will be better, because the resin itself durability is a little bit better than the hardness. So use less hardness, you get better durability here. So this is the first part about our product introduction. Next part we will went to the hardener and some troubleshooting system like the isocyanate here.
Kevin, just hold on.
This is just the reaction of the harness together with the OH functional resins. I think you can find here in many different books or papers here. We just want to show you. This slide is how to calculate the ratio of harness and the polyester resins here. So here I want to address here is you have so many different selections here about the harness, but many are supplied from the two suppliers, Evonik and Covastra. So you can notice here for the TG here is quite different, and for the blocking agent you can also see there is some product has the blocking agent, but some product is blocking agent free. So if you really worry about the smoking issue or the VOC issues during curing, you can choose the self-blocked curing agent. And if you want to have a very good storage stability here, you need to select the high TG harness here. Then you can overcome these problems. So this is next slide is some characteristics based on our experience. SB 1530 normally shows quite good solvent resistant and chemical resistant compared to the other products. And the B 1400 is more suitable for the matte finish. And for the harness comes from Covastra NW5, normally perform quite better adhesion property to the substrate. So there's some advantages and key applications of the PU systems. I will went through it quickly. Later, Mr. Siva can share with you our presentation here. This is my challenge. We put it here. In the next several slides, you can find some suggestion or recommendation from our side. It's about lumping issues. I mentioned that you can use less hardness or use high TG hardness. You can overcome these problems. Yeah. And for the heavy smoke issues, you can use self-blocked IPDI, or you can use lower IPDI demand polyester resins. All this problem can be solved. And it's about wiring resistance. And this is about the cost optimization. And it's about the wiring resistance improvement. So low IPDI demand would lead to low cost here. Yeah. And this is about the mechanical properties. Next is about the formulations, about the texture effect.
Kevin, I just explained them on the troubleshooting, 2 minutes, okay?
So here's our presentations. Thanks a lot. Is there any question here?
Yeah, Kevin, just 1 minute. I just present 2 slides so that they can ask questions, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, see, some of the points you might not have understood clearly, so I thought of presenting it. Whenever you try to develop PU formulations, these are all the key challenges. Number one is our TG is low, lumping tendency is very high. That's a key problem. And the second one is, whenever you cure your PU formulations, your customers, the powder applicators, complain about heavy toxic smoke. So, toxic smoke aa raha hai, ye mera problem hai. Dusra, impact resistance is fail ho raha hai. Third one is weathering resistance fail हो रहा है. Formulation में texture नहीं बनते हैं. Glossy finish तो आता है, लेकिन PU texture इतना अच्छा नहीं है. Then fourth one is film. Whenever we do film transfer, the film is sticking to the surface. So ऐसा basic issues आता है. Then the key formulation suggestions what we are giving you. See, in case if you get the powder lumping issue, can I go ahead? So, in case if there is a powder lumping, the solutions what Kevin is proposing, either you must use high TG polyurethane resin or you use low IPDA demand resin. Because IPDA, if you choose high OH value polyester resin, then the lumping tendency would be very high. So, we recommend you try to use low IPDA demand resins, 8515 or 8020 is the second option. The first option should be 8614 or 8020 or 8515. This is better to avoid lumping. Then in case if you have some moisture lumping, we are recommending to use this combo additive, dry flow additive. It's not antioxidant, it's a dry flow additive. You know, everybody knows this additive, but I know hardly few people know about this additive. This is called a moisture scavenger. If PU powder cap absorb moisture easily, so it can, tend to lump very quickly. So that's the second one. And your milling temperature should be 10 to 14 degree, and your packing temperature should be less than 30 degrees centigrades. So these are all the key points you need to understand if you want to overcome powder lumping issue as far as PU formulation or processing is concerned. Second, if you want to minimize the smoke, try to use E-cap free IPDA, not the regular IPDA. Try to use E-cap free IPDA. That's the one. Second, low demand IPDA. If you want to improve weathering, one of the wrong perceptions, हमारा powder coating में ऐसा है, PU का weathering best है. Actually ऐसा नहीं है. Unless you use super durable, you are not going to get good weathering resistance. मैंने ये brand का use किया, वो brand का use किया, कुछ फायदा नहीं है. क्योंकि liquid जैसा PU powder में नहीं होता है. So you must use super durable PU resins. In case if you want good durability, in case you want to give warranty. So कोई भी film transfer का warranty अगर देना चाहते हो, please ensure it's a super durable or not. Cost. So आप direct import कीजिए, low film thickness, these are all going to help you for cost. Second, mechanical properties. PU के लिए, if you want to use some catalyst, then the catalyst what we recommend is DBDL or DBTO. That's an old catalyst. And if you want tin-free catalyst, then you can use Octaflow, that is tantalus oxide. These two are the our suggestion. Then, in case अगर आपको texture बनाना है PU में, then we recommend not to use one resin. Please go with combination of two resins. One should be OH value higher, another should be lower, so that you can get good texture effect. Finally, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं मेरे को PU में लो टेम्परेचर क्योर पाउडर बनाना है. इतना आसान नहीं है, क्योंकि PU में क्या होता है, IPDA is blocked, okay, unless the deblocking happens, curing won't happen. So वो resin से ज़्यादा नहीं होता है, curing agent से होता है. So you try to choose IPDA hardener that should be getting deblocked even at 120 or 140 degree. Commercial जो 1530 जो भी है, deblocking happens at 160 degree Celsius. अगर आपको 140, 130 चाहिए, the IPDA must be blocked with triazole or some other additives. Thanks, Kevin. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so in the interest of time, we can take only a couple of questions, or you can interact with Mr. Siva Annamalai one-on-one as well. If you have questions, I can come to you with the mic, or if you want to interact with him one-on-one, that's also possible.
I don't know if this question is relevant or not. I wanted to know something on the gasoline test. If a powder coating component is dipped into a bath full of petrol, 24 hours. Yeah. So the test is for 24 hours. So, sorry, dip test. Dip test. So, what chemistry you recommend?
See, is it for exterior or interior application?
For interior. For interior.
For interior. See, in general, if you want good chemical or corrosion resistance, only two choice. If it is an interior, I recommend first choice should be epoxy. Okay, first choice. But otherwise, if you are okay to bear the formulation cost, go with a special PU. There are PU formulation, not the traditional PU formulations. Go with some special PU where you can have good resistance.
So my question was...
But, one more point. Sorry. In this formulation, always you try to ensure what makes you to give good property. The concept. The concept is as long as you increase the good cross-linking density, it will improve your property, particularly chemical resistance or corrosion resistance. What is dual curing? What is cross-linking mean? See, polyester reacts with TGC. This is called single curing. Or epoxy reacts with polyester, 70, 30 or 50. This is called single curing. But we call dual curing in the sense, if you are successfully able to do two cross-linking agents, okay, together in the same formula, then the cross-linking would be more stronger. So that could help you to get better results. So in your case, I suggest you have to go with a very customized PU formulations.
No.
Or
so pure epoxy or PU? Oh.
Interior mean, I recommend my first choice is epoxy. First choice is epoxy. Even epoxy, there are grades. We are using a conventional grades. Even in epoxy, there are grades. But my second thing is, in case if it is for automotive, some exterior application, some other high-end performance, then I recommend special customized PU formulations.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions for this topic? Yes, sir.
Good morning, Shiva.
Good morning.
See, our issues with certain PU powder is, as you told, lumping is the one issue. The major issue what we get, like when we go for the wood transfer, a lot of times same powders, one time films will come out very easily, and other times film will not come out. This is one of the major issue, and uneven texture effects. When they do the base coat, the texture effects are same all around. But when the film is getting transferred, there is some cases the textures will become flat. So we face these kind of issues. So how to come up over these things with your suggestions or the formulations from Khua side?
Sorry, what is your first question?
My first question is like when we on the film transfer, same powders, same things. Some places film comes out very easily. Some places film get stuck.
I answer this first.
Yeah.
Okay, there films are two types: paper film, PE films.
PE.
Okay. So first of all, the basic concept is you can have multiple resins. Even hybrid resins can give you good film transfer property. So you decide your end user requirements. I don't know, whatever. But in general, you decide to go with PU. For example, if you decided to go with PU systems, first you customize the formulations. That is most important. It is rather than giving more of input, customize the formulations. Choose right resins. In the sense, the polyester, what is suitable for high gloss may not be suitable for film transfer applications. In film transfer application, general rule of thumb is you must have a good cross-linking. Second, people say you should not use wax. But I say you can use wax very limited quantity. It will help you to, easy film removals. But if you use too much, then the image would not be, transferred efficiently. This is the first question. For texture, I recommend you to mix two polyesters.
Mr. Kevin. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Kevin Gia, for your wonderful presentation. Let's have a huge round of applause because they gave us an
Thank you so
insight
much.
on the...
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kevin. If you're still there with us on the Zoom call, he gave us some wonderful insights on the formulations, its key properties, key challenges in PU coatings, and solutions to those problems.